I call the member for Holt.
Thank you very much, Mr Deputy Speaker. I rise today to acknowledge the importance of Australia's TAFE system and the value of young Australians in obtaining a technical skill. In my electorate of Holt, in the south-eastern suburbs of Melbourne, we have watched a growing TAFE sector and skill base which was developed since the TAFE sector was created under the Whitlam government back in 1974. In my electorate, the Chisholm Institute's campus in Cranbourne in particular is leading the way in providing a whole generation of young people with essential skills for the 21st century. According to Maria Peters, the Chisholm Institute Chief Executive Officer, since 1998 Chisholm has served one of Australia's fastest growing regions, offering industry-respected courses in spacious modern locations online and in workplaces. And they have campuses in Dandenong, Cranbourne, Frankston, and my colleague Laura Smythe here in Berwick as well. They are worthwhile institutions worth protecting. And what particularly I'm very proud of, particularly with the federal government's investment in trade training centres and its continual investment in TAFEs like the Chisholm Institute of TAFE, it is validating a pathway that people take. There's a lot of pressure on our kids to basically go and do VCE. Do VCE, or there's an implication if you don't do VCE that you're less valid or you're less worthwhile. That's a load of rubbish. There has been systemic almost discrimination against people that choose an alternative pathway which is just as valid as universities. And that is the pathway, one of the pathways is through the Chisholm Institute and TAFEs. And the fact is, through trade training centres which also provide a pathway to TAFE, these are providing the tools and the resources and the facilities that our young people need to make this pathway choice. And in Cranbourne in particular, they have an amazing water centre, which is basically 440 square metres of undercovered training space and a permanent 36 by 6 metre sandpit. Now, this centre can accommodate heavy machinery, allowing staff and students to receive hands-on experience with earth-moving plant equipment, as well as civil construction skills such as pipelaying, trenching and shoring. It's an amazing multi-purpose facility, Mr Deputy Speaker, and industry is actually getting involved. So you're having interaction of young people undertaking the course and not so young people, and industry right at the coalface. And it's actually being looked at by people coming from overseas as a world-leading course, and it is a world-leading facility proudly funded by this federal government. Again, I'll finish off on this point. I get sick to death of hearing this inverse snobbery about VCE. It is an important choice, it's a great choice, but not at the expense of young people that choose this as a pathway. I'll always stand up and defend those people and recognise the contribution they make to our community.